Alexandra Guadano from Human Resources IQ, and today I'm here with Marlena Wilmot, who is the HR Director for MKTG Inc. Welcome, Marlena.
Thank you.
MKTG Inc. is a marketing services firm with headquarters in New York City and offices in Cincinnati, Chicago, San Francisco, and LA. Marlena has joined us today to talk about her current recruiting strategy and share with us a little bit about what's proven to be successful for her thus far. Marlena, can you tell us a little bit about what MKTG is currently doing to differentiate themselves?
From an HR perspective, we're really focused on recruitment right now. The market has opened up, so we are gearing up to do some hires. And our recruitment approach is a mix of both traditional and more modern approaches. We do use social networking to recruit our staff. With the traditional, we post to job boards like normal companies do, so your Monster and Career Builders. But with social media, what we'd like to do is seek out passive candidates. So not only are we gearing towards active candidates, we also are looking for passive. And social media allows us to network with people who aren't necessarily actively looking, but if they see something that catches their eye, they might look us up.
How do you differentiate your recruiting strategy from other companies, and why is your strategy currently working?
I think our strategy is working because it gears itself to Gen Yers. We have a large population of Gen Y employees, and our approach reaches out to both Gen X and Gen Y. So we're looking for those people who go to traditional job post boards. Most Gen Xers are that type. You go online, you type in what you're looking for, you get the results, and you follow the prompts from the job boards. Most Gen Yers are talking to people. It's about networking, who you know, the companies that you're interested in, and what's the best way of getting in those companies. So I think that what's working for us is a mix of both, and I think it is working because we're covering all our bases.
Let's go a little bit deeper into your initiatives. How do you use social media to engage your workforce and for recruiting and networking purposes, and to prepare your workforce for the long term?
From our marketing standpoint, our core business is to build communities for our clients, and we follow that footprint in our recruitment process. So when we hire people, a lot of time it's part of their job to be involved in social media. So whether you're an account executive or an account director, depending on what account you're working on, you may be blogging about it. You may be on, create a Facebook account to reach out to consumers about events that we're doing across the country. In that same vein, we also have a company blog that we encourage employees to contribute to. We have an e-newsletter. So our employee base is, I think, naturally comfortable with technology, and we use that from an HR standpoint to mold our recruitment process as well. So not only are we doing internal postings, which gets the information to our employees, and hopefully they're networking on their sites and reaching out to people that they know, but we're also posting those jobs on our website as well.
Since we're on the topic of social media, how else does technology play a key component in your recruiting and staffing practices?
Technology is really involved in everything that we do from an HR standpoint. The initial job rec that a manager is filling out is online. We are approving and posting jobs online, screening candidates online. So technology is involved from start to finish. So there really isn't a piece of recruitment that technology doesn't touch, but we also are sure that we keep that personal component to it as well. So onboarding is also a crucial part of recruitment for us as well.
Additionally, a lot of companies are using technology to automate some of their processes, such as screening, etc. To what degree do you do that?
We are really moving into that phase currently. We just implemented a platform for our HRIS and payroll needs. What this system will allow us to do is automate all of our recruitment processes as well as our performance management. So a candidate will now go to our website, see a job that they're interested in. They can upload their resume, they'll apply, we'll respond through the exact system. And what it does is it eliminates redundancy. So now, not only are you filling out an application online, you don't have to come into the office and fill out that hard application. A lot of the new hire paperwork, all of the information that you entered in as a candidate is now going to feed over through payroll. So I think it streamlines our process. It makes it more efficient. And it saves a lot of time and energy on both the candidate's part as well as, HR staff as well.
Let's switch gears a little bit and go back to talking about multi-generational recruiting. Are there any differences in the recruiting and onboarding of Gen X versus Gen Y employees?
I think there are slight differences. I don't think that they're super major. Gen Xers, I think, are more interested in actually getting in and having those face-to-face conversations and those face-to-face interviews. More of the Gen Yers, what I've found is, from a company standpoint, we're a small to mid-sized company. We have Gen Yers who are reaching directly out to the HR director or reaching directly out to the CEO of a company. Most Gen Xers don't do that. They will follow the normal course of action, whether it's applying online or submitting their resume to the careers inbox. But I think in terms of their approach and what they're looking for, everybody is really looking for an environment that really fits. And hopefully we get that across in the job descriptions, the blogging that we do about the posts, and then with the interview process. So I think it's, there are slight differences, but nothing major.
So Marlena, what's next in your recruiting and staffing pipeline? And what new projects would you like to see implemented over the next year or so?
We're just really getting this HRIS platform off the ground. So within the next year, I'd really like to see how it has streamlined our processes and how employees are taking to it. I think that offering self-service to employees, whether it be for benefits, open enrollment, which is another thing that this platform will do. I think that's really important for employees, so it's not always a paper process, and they can really go in, change their address, change their W-4 information online. Self-service is going to be huge for us. I think that performance management is really also going to be a big factor for us in terms of having this platform online, using an accredited vendor to have training classes that are online. I think that's going to be huge for our population. One of the things that, based on our surveys and our research from our employees, is a lot of employees are very interested in development. And that is going to be our next phase in how we really develop and invest in our employees from that standpoint, not just from a salary and benefits package, but how are we really and truly investing as a company.
Your company has remained strong despite the staffing challenges that many others faced during the recent economic downturn. What's the best piece of advice that you could offer another HR director in order to create a desirable culture to work in?
I think one of the key things that really helped us out is we have continually done an annual survey of our employees. With our size, it's not a huge task, but what we have been able to do is really see what the employees are feeling. So where would they like to see improvement? And really analyze the results and make changes in those areas. So, I just referred to training and development. That's one of the things that came out of our last surveys, and that's really one of our big initiatives this year, is to make sure that we're ramping that up. Employees like to feel like their voices are heard, and I think that is a solid way. But I think the main way to actually retain employees is to talk about your company, the total reward. So whether it's an employee recognition program, ours, we've revamped it and made it awesome, if I must say so myself, to your normal benefits package. We are a company that incorporates Summer Fridays, which I think goes a really long way for employees. And we've also taken great strides to implement like a work-life balance. So we have a huge charitable arm, whether it's working with the food bank during the holidays and making sure that employees are given the opportunity to take some of their social causes and kind of mix that in with work life. So it's not like you have to reserve that for the weekend. There are initiatives at work that we do offer, and employees really do appreciate that. So that would be my thing, to really kind of push total rewards and what the company has to offer employees.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Marlena. It was a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.